William Hutchison, Armenia, Colombia Realty for Expats, Salento, Colombia Realty, own them both with Alba. Today's video I'm going to preach to you. If you're not into preaching or listening to preaching, I guess maybe you should move on. But I think the topic's pretty important, and I want to tell you a story about what's happened this week. The one thing I want to preface my comments with is I don't now, nor have I ever understood people coming here on the tourist visa and renewing it and delaying their health care until they get a permanent visa. It makes no sense. The visa is not going to get cheaper. You might as well, once you decide that Armenia is for you, you apply for the visa. We have a fantastic English-speaking visa lawyer. We have all kinds of help that you need for documentation, English speaking again. We have a doctor, she's not English speaking, but she comes to the house. Alba takes people for the blood test. So there's no reason for you to come here and play out the tourist visa. It's a big mistake, and I'm going to tell you why. We have a gentleman here. He's older than me, so he's older than dirt. And he called me, I guess it was maybe Tuesday, out of breath, can't walk anywhere. I believe at the time it was weakness as well. And so what we did, Alba went into full progress mode, I guess, top gear, and started on the process. Called the doctor came to the house, and that was around 5 in the afternoon. She went through all of the medical information that he had brought with him from the United States, here about an hour and a half, and scheduled 5 examinations for him, 5 tests. There was an electrocardiogram, there was a respiration test, and 3 others. So Alba again, I don't know what I'd do without her, to be honest, got all of the 5 appointments lined up within 48 hours, every one of them. Now for all of this, don't forget, he's paying out of pocket. Now, this is Friday. He's just had the Holter taken off. And I can tell you right now, everything in American dollars is, when he goes to the cardiologist, we don't have that price yet, so I have to estimate it. But when he goes to the cardiologist, he's going to be out of pocket about $600. Now, what I want to do, because I can confirm one price. He was scheduled and had it off this morning, had it installed yesterday. The Holter 24-hour heart monitor. I had one 2 weeks ago. I'm with EPS. It cost me about $5.50 at today's exchange rate. That's $5.50 for that test, to have it on, to have it taken off, and the results read by a cardiologist. $5.50. It cost him $85. And that's the reason that you come here. And once you know that Armenia is for you, you start the visa process, okay? I can't make that any clearer. Now let me tell you why he's lucky. He could have been in a situation where he needed medical care, he needed to be in a hospital or in a clinic, and the doctor wouldn't let him fly. Now what's he going to do? He's going to be in the hospital for some period of time, days, maybe a week, maybe 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. And who's paying for that? He is. And I have no idea what that would be, but believe me, it's going to be cheap compared to the United States, North America, Europe, Australia, but it's out of pocket for him. So he's gotten away right now, as far as we know, with $600, but my guess, being in the hospital for any period of time, it could have been $3,000, $4,000, or $5,000. So when he was here in February, and I don't mean this as a criticism, but when he was here in February, He should have applied for the permanent visa if he knew that he wanted to live in Armenia permanently and then get on the EPS insurance program. How do you do that? You get the permanent visa. Once you have it electronic, you print it off, you go locally and you register the visa and apply for a cedula. A cedula is the national identity card. I've covered it off in other videos. You get the cedula, you apply for EPS. Our contacts are both English speaking, husband and wife, will help you through the process and make sure that you get on the program. 2 premiums I've had quoted in the last 2 months. They might not apply to you, but I'm just going to throw them out to you as an example. 67-year-old man, Los Angeles, $38 a month. Husband and wife, 2 children, $62 a month. That's full health coverage in a country that's number 22 in the world. There's only 21 countries in the world out of 190 some countries that have better health coverage and technique and up-to-date equipment and so on than Colombia. Canada's low 30s, US is high 30s. So don't be concerned about healthcare here. Pay the premium, get the visa, get the EPS, and you're covered. None of us can see the future. And if you don't have coverage within Colombia and you get into a major medical problem, this fella could have been into a major medical problem. He dodged a bullet as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so that's the video for today. As I say, I'm preaching, but it's just too important to not address as quickly as you can if you decide that you're going to live in Colombia. I'm going to leave the contacts down below for the visa lawyer and also for the EPS contacts. Okay, you're encouraged to speak to them. Even if you haven't been here, if you're not a client, go ahead and use the contacts, okay? So let's do these things logically and intelligently, okay? That's it for today. William Hutchison, have yourselves a great weekend. I live in paradise, and you can too.